I don't want to be edgy. Right. I don't want you to leave going, oh my God, that's edgy.
Yeah.
I don't like people in the crowd going, ooh. I don't like that. I want you to laugh, but then go home and then think, that was messed up. That he did tell us all to kill ourselves, which I haven't.
I'm very excited. I'm always excited on a shoot day, but I've got Gbemi. It's spelt Gbemi, but it's Gbemi. And I've met him a couple of times now there was a Parkinson's charity night at the Comedy Store, and he compared twice, and he's a great act. I really wanted him on this show. But I think he's a really good improviser, but he's great material as well. Gbemi!
Yo, how you doing?
We've only...
Welcome.
Welcome to my little studio.
Hello, it's nice.
It's cute. It's alright actually.
Very cute.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh.
Do you want to try it?
No.
Easy.
Is it weird if I look at the camera ever? I don't know.
You can either
okay,
or.
fine.
Yeah. Mark Mayer was doing that, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
He was looking at the camera rather than at me.
He can't write jokes, he's shit at poker.
Mark Mayer.
I don't know anyone, clearly, in comedy. I don't know anyone in comedy. That's the thing
interesting.
about me. I actually don't know many people. I try not to, on purpose.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't like comedians.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
You know, you're not that. How long have you been going for?
7, 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to say now, in front of the camera, I've seen Gbemi twice.
3 times.
Was it?
Yeah. Did you do the first Parkinson's one that I did?
Yeah.
You did the second one?
Yeah.
And you did the NHS Foundation with Tez Elias hosting.
Oh yeah.
You took an absolutely amazing picture of me. That's why I remember it so well. On the side, I had I was wearing like my orange like shacket sort of thing,
Yeah.
and you took this great picture. And I remember thinking, this guy knows how to use one of these.
Yeah.
He knows how to, don't know what it is, but that picture you took, I remember thinking, God, this guy's good.
That's why I wanted you on because I've been doing stand-up myself for a long time as well.
Yes.
But the fact is when I
How long? Sorry.
25, 30, long time.
You look great.
Yeah, thanks, mate. We should have him on every week. Yeah, so I've seen you 3 times then. I forgot about that third one, but you were comparing twice.
I was comparing twice, and I did a spot at the NHS.
Because I think you're a great compare. I think you understand. They're different things, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah, I like comparing the charity ones a lot.
Because you take the piss. You did.
Yeah, I say bad things about Parkinson's. But for the record, I have an email from the charity. I mean, they had me back. I was there twice.
Exactly.
And the last one, the one that you were at, I don't know if you've seen it, but most money they've ever raised, ever, from any of those events, like ever, in like 15 years or something.
If you're enjoying this show, press the like button.
Like it. Subscribe.
So that's the big one. Subscribe.
I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah. As he hasn't done it yet.
I haven't
he hasn't watched any of them. He said he had.
I've watched them all.
He has.
They're great.
Which ones have I done?
Victoria.
Yes, he's right. I've done Victoria. Subscribe. And then let's get back to the show. You started 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. Why did you start? What were you doing before?
I was at uni.
Okay. Oh, you straight from uni?
I started in uni.
Okay.
I had a friend called Nelson Gumba Kumba Tanashe Jr. II, that's his name. Zimbabwean comedian in Norwich, where I went to uni.
Okay.
There was a bar there called Gonzo's Tea Room.
Yeah.
Amazing bar. And he still does. He runs comedy nights there. He's run it there ever since. And he's the one that was like, you should try this. You'll be good at this. And I was like, quite resistant. I can't stress it enough. Before he suggested I do comedy, it had never crossed my mind as a thing to attempt. I believe at that point, the only comedian I'd ever seen, and this was not even live, on YouTube, I'm pretty sure I watched. You ever seen old Russell Peters? Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad, all of that. I'm pretty sure my neighbor, my Indian neighbor, who's one of my best mates, showed me that. And that's it. So I am convinced if he never suggested that I do stand-up comedy, I would never have tried it. I'm convinced.
That's amazing. You know Russell Peters? I went to South Africa with Russell Peters.
You was South Africa with Russell Peters? That's it.
Years ago, he was gigging before he was massive.
Yeah.
And he was very funny. I got on really well with him.
That's amazing.
Peters,
But yeah, he suggested it. And even when he suggested it, I was like, no.
What did he say in you, do you think, then?
I don't know. He literally just kept saying, oh, bro, I think you'd be really good at this.
You're very natural.
And I kept saying, no, I wouldn't. Like, that's stand-up. What is that? It's weird. And then he just kept pushing. Then eventually what he did is he came up to me with some jokes of his own. And he was like, oh, what do you think of this joke? What do you think of this joke? And then I was like, I don't know, I'm not a stand-up. He said, oh, just tell me what you think.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, this sounds funny, I guess, if you did it like this with my limited knowledge. And then I finally went to go watch him after that conversation we had. And then he went on stage and did the jokes that we discussed. And then like some of them worked. And I was like, watching it, I was like, wait, I kind of wrote that.
the bit that worked.
Yeah. And people laughed.
Yeah.
Okay, what if I said it? And it was the first time my brain went, maybe. And then I was like, okay, I'll do it once. So we sat down, we just decided, okay, let's see what I can talk about. Went on stage, and I remember the first one, he put me, there was like maybe 6 acts on or something. And it was a packed room in Norwich. I think there might be video somewhere of it. I have no idea if I was actually good. I don't know. Or if it's that he just told everyone it was my first time and they were very receptive to me for that reason. I don't know, but they did receive me very well. It felt like a great buzz. Yeah. I don't drink, I've never drank, I don't do drugs, but I can imagine that high. I felt like, oh my God. So then I was like, okay, I need to do it. Then I left Norwich soon after that, but that was the only club I would do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So for like a year or two, like every few months, I would be like, oh, I miss doing that. Let me go back. Do like a 10 there,
yeah,
come back. But then eventually, I tried it in London. I met, do you know Jimmy James Jones? He used to be the MC at the, you'll know this club, 1,000,000%, the Comedy Cafe in Shoreditch, yes.
Oh, that's how I started the Comedy Cafe.
Okay, a lot of people did, yes.
Yeah.
So he was the MC there at the time when around that time. And I saw him on the tube and I recognized him. I was like, oh, you're the Comedy Cafe guy. I do. He was like, oh yeah, really? Come through. So that was the first gig I did in London. Right. So I went to the Comedy Cafe.
Went well?
Horrific.
Oh, was it?
Terrible. Oh, fun story. I've not even told you. When I started, I don't know why I started. I was kind of a prop comic.
What's wrong with prop comics?
But like a really bad one.
Oh, okay. I'm a really good one.
There's nothing wrong with being but me.
Yeah.
Because also I wanted it to feel like in my mind it's like, you know, like punchlines should be surprises.
Yeah.
The prop should be a surprise too. Yeah. So I would go on stage with a massive jacket.
With full of
shit in my pockets.
That's quite funny in itself to me.
And every time it's like, so, but it was just ridiculous. But it wasn't me. It didn't suit me. And I remember thinking, once again, I never had this thing of like, I want to be a stand-up.
Yeah.
So after that one, I was like, oh yeah, I don't need to do this anymore. That's me done. But Jimmy was the one that was like, no, you got something. I'm booking you in next week. Come back next week, Wednesday. And I was like, I'm not coming. He said, if you don't come, I will find you. He basically threatened me. So I went back the week after and it went all right.
Yeah.
That week, it went all right. I got a bit better because that was my style. It was still very sporadic.
Yeah.
And it was once again there was a comedian there, Adrian Taus. He's like, you're very good, but you're not getting better.
Right.
You come here, you do 5 minutes every few weeks.
Yeah, you got to commit to it. Don't
you? He was like, then his advice, I remember it very specifically, he was like, do 1 a week and see how you feel. Just do 1 a week. And I was like, okay, I can do 1 a week. And just from doing that 1 a week, I felt myself getting funnier. So then I was like, oh, what if I do 2 a week? Yeah. What if I do? And then from then I just became a lot more prolific.
What I see from you is there's a natural funny bone. That's why I'm surprised that you didn't know that you wanted to be a stand-up, because you've got something natural.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Maybe it wouldn't have been natural then if I was like, this is for me from the start. All those people I've mentioned, I really think if I had never met Nelson, if Jimmy never forced me to come back, if Adrian didn't give me the advice to do one thing, I think I might not be doing this, which is a bizarre thing to say. Yeah. Because it is definitely what I'm meant to be doing. You get me? It's strange to say I wouldn't be doing the thing I believe I'm meant to be doing if it was definitely outside forces saying this is your path. I had to be coerced.
Coerced into comedy.
Into comedy, yeah, which is bizarre. But it's true, it's true. But I'm happy they did. Yeah. And I'm grateful for all of those people in my life.
Best gig?
Best gig? Oh my gosh. Got a few, like Cardiff International Arena with Mo Gilligan.
Oh really?
Yeah. And
so
also,
you supported Mo?
Kind of. Mo did a show called the Black British Takeover. he'd go on tour, and he did it at the O2, but then he did like a tour of it. By the time I did that venue, which I believe is 5,500.
It's big, isn't it?
Before that, the most I'd ever gigged in front of was maybe 500.
But that's 500 is quite big still. But
Yeah, but 500 to 5.5 is
with their screens
quite,
on the side. Or...
Oh, mate. Yeah, big screens. And it was just like a turn up. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was so nervous.
Weird.
Do you know Kane Brown?
Yeah.
So Kane Brown was on, incredible comedian. I ended up doing almost 13 because I was having a lot of fun.
How long were you meant to do? 10? 8? Did you get told off?
Nah, it was just too fun. It was fun. It was amazing. Before the show, I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I was just backstage, pacing, walking up and down. And Kane Brown was just sat there watching me walk up and down. And he just went, "Where are you going?" Which is really funny because where was I? I'm not walking anywhere. I'm just walking.
Yeah.
But then he gave me like one of the best pieces of advice I've ever got.
Go on.
He just said, "Bro, all I'm gonna tell you is this: don't go to them, let them come to you." And it was, I can't stress this enough, it was the exact thing I needed to hear. I'm giving credit for a lot of good things to other people. I think if he did not say that to me before I went on stage, I would have had maybe not a bad gig, but not a great gig, which it was.
It would have
been a different gig. I genuinely think that I would have done the thing that I'm not meant to do. I would have gone on stage and gone, like me. I would have tried it. I would have really tried to grab for the laughs. But as soon as he said that, I was like, okay, yeah, let them come to you. So I just went on stage and I just I wouldn't say I was super relaxed. Within the first minute, I was more relaxed than I would have been. Then first joke landed, and then and obviously the stage is massive. Yeah. So, first minute, I'm like, but then after 3 minutes, man is just, I mean, you see me, energy. I'm just comfortable.
You've got good
comfortable.
energy.
I could have gone forever on there. It was amazing. In terms of the feel in the room, I want it to feel like a party. And I genuinely specifically say that to myself. Party atmosphere. It's a party, and I'm a bit mischievous. These are the things that physically, I literally say to myself.
And that comes across actually. I was saying to Frankie beforehand about you are quite mischievous.
Yeah, try to be.
You kind of push the button a little bit.
A little bit. I don't want to be, I think mischievous is the word, because I don't want to be, I don't want to be edgy. I do say edgy things. Right. I don't want you to leave going, oh my God, that's edgy.
Yeah.
I don't like people in the crowd going, ooh. I don't like that. I just want laughs. Laughs with edge. I want you to laugh, but then go home and then think, I laughed at that, but that was kind of fucked up. Yeah. Like later, that was messed up. That he did tell us all to kill ourselves, which which is a joke. And that was, I'm literally got a joke where that's part of the punchline, and I do an act out of kicking a dead body off train tracks, which again sounds very dark, but it's done hopefully in the lightest possible way you can do that.
We're going to go into your worst gig. Have you got a worst gig story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even like saying it.
Go on.
It's grim.
Say it.
It's grim. Oh, it's a grim one.
Whereabouts?
It was a really grim one. Soho Theatre.
Soho Theatre?
Yeah.
Really?
Opening for Slim. Oh, it was grim. It was so grim. It was so grim. But important.
Importantly grim.
Definitely.
Go on.
Made me a much better comedian. Like, genuinely. I opened for Slim for a whole week. 6 days. First show went okay.
Yeah.
Second one? Oh, man. That was rough.
I like this. There's a bit of theatre here.
That was rough. Oh my God, it was rough. Okay. Basically, what happened was, there's this new joke I was writing at the time, and I thought it was ready. It's an ITV sketch show, actually, being on this whole routine now, because it works now.
Right.
But then, I was like, okay, I think it's ready. Basically, it's how I was my best friend's maid of honor at her wedding. And it was going so badly, and the crowd were just not having it at all. But I'm just like trying to press through it. But what made it the worst gig is I'm doing this joke, talking about my friend Courtney. Yeah, I was a maid of honor. And then as I'm doing the joke, I look in the crowd and she's there. The cameraman just went, oh. She came to the gig as a surprise. She's there with her soon-to-be husband. Halfway through, I've noticed her, and then I just have to press on with this joke about her that is tanking and that no one is having, and it just felt so embarrassing. It just felt like an extra bit of embarrassment. And then Tanya Moore's there as well. So I get off, I just try to keep the energy up, whatever. Bring Slim on. So I go into the green room, and I promise there is zero exaggeration in this. I walk straight into the green room, switch the light off, sit down on the stool. I'm sitting like this.
Yeah.
And the green room is shaking because Slim is killing the room so hard, and I'm hearing people screaming. He's on stage for like 70 minutes. And for 70 minutes, I don't move, I don't touch my phone, I just sit in darkness because I'm absolutely devastated. I can hear him wrapping up, and before he finishes wrapping up, I hear the door open. I don't care who it is, I don't look up. And then as I'm like this, I just feel someone in front of me, hand on my back, and I just hear Tanya's voice. There. And she's just rubbing my back, and I'm holding Tanya's leg, and she's like, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Messed up though, that gig. I just try to have a really strong belief that the better I get, the more
It'll come to you.
successful I get.
Yeah.
The way to get there is by just writing better jokes, writing more jokes, being a nice person, and that's it. And then
He's giving himself his own good advice.
but it's true. It's true. Like most things I've never asked for. That's the honest. When I got signed to an agent, I didn't email agents.
Right.
Someone just saw me at a gig and said, "Who are you?" Sophie Willen, by the way, if you know, love her. So even that was me in Manchester doing a gig, doing Beat the Frog. Won that, and then she just approached me after, like, "Who are you?" Blah, 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 blah. And we just went to a pub, chatted.
Yeah.
And then she helped me out a bit, just emailed a few people, just off her own volition. But that's my point. I didn't ask when I am in need at some point of a professional photographer for gigs. You will come to my mind, not because you've asked me,
Yes,
but because
okay.
I've seen that you take incredible pictures. So,
You are getting this, aren't you?
But I'm just-
Frankie normally switches off at this point.
but that's all it is.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if I tell good jokes, things hopefully happen.
Like the Parkinson's UK gig
Yes.
you did, they asked you back the next year.
Yeah, they asked me back the next year
I mean,
because they were
that's
like,
what
we've raised a lot of money.
happens. Yeah.
But it is the money. If they were like, oh my God, he's so funny, no one donated, they would be Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But Parkinson's UK, they sent an email to my agents. They believe there is a direct correlation between me and the amount of money they are
Really?
raising. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But because they believe that, I'll be back. Maybe, probably. Unless, I don't know,
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle wants to do it.
I want you to hold this mirror. Now look in the mirror. What do you see?
Oh, Gbemi,
Yeah.
you want me to give some deep philosophical?
Well, if you've got anything, doesn't matter.
See a man.
Yeah.
I don't know, a guy I like.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like him.
Oh, that's good.
I like him.
I don't think we've had that.
I like this guy, you know, he's pretty cool.
Do you like looking at yourself in the mirror?
Yeah,
Do you?
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I do. I like this guy.
Yeah.
I think he's cool. He's not the best guy in the world, but he's all right.
That's funny. I always ask if you've got anything planned, but you're just generally gigging around. And we'll put your socials up on mine.
The Instagram, that'll do.
Yeah.
Because like, if you type in Gaptooth Nigerian, you'll find me as well. I might change that.
Let's get a selfie. I'll do a selfie.
Yes, sir.
One more. Make it easy.
All right.
Thanks for coming. Like and subscribe.
Do it. Do it. I'll find you.